Okay, so we're back now. We've got the thermal compound on the board. Done the reflow, assuming you've done the reflow here. Now what you've got to do, again follow Gilksy's guide for the reflow. So I prefer to, probably the only way you can do it, I'm not sure, but I prefer to sit the ports at the back, the HDMI, Ethernet, etc. The ports at the back first, and then drop it into place. Obviously not drop it, but lower it into place. It'll fit straight into the locator dowels or lugs, whatever you like to call them. Okay, that's pretty much it from that side. Now don't forget to plug in the fan, which is back here. Okay, so you'll feel it sit in its position. Got your 2 USB ports here. Okay, so going to put this in now, this plate. Line up these with the tabs at the back here where the HDMI ports and that up. Okay. Might like to feed this cable through first. So we've got them in. Now gently lower it. Grab your cable here. Feed that through. Again, gently. Make sure you don't jam this wire here. Don't try not to jam any of the wires or the ribbons. Okay. Now, as you can see, that's bent a fair bit, which you don't want, because you want that to just click in and lock. That's done just there. Okay. So there we have it. It's all together. Done. Just make sure it sits into the locators properly, the holes line up for the screws, and you should be ready to bolt down the brackets here to pin the board down, up the thermal compound, sit where it's supposed to sit, and all that geeky sort of business that some of us don't need to know about. Pressure. Some people, as Gilksy's mentioned, like to bend the plates. I don't see that as a big issue, but again, probably get flamed on the video for it. But that's just me personally. Obviously, I'm not a. This isn't exactly my sort of industry. This is not my field, I should say, doing these sorts of repairs. I'm actually a motor mechanic and a mobility scooter and electric power chair repairer. So screw them down. Again, make sure you're using a good screwdriver, because if you're not, and the right size too, if you're not, you can do some damage here. You can slip, hit the board, hit something, one of the vital bits and pieces. Okay, nice and tight. Obviously don't strip the threads. That's the last thing you need if you strip the threads. Okay. There we go. And that's it. For that part anyway. Now we're going to clip the back plastic on, where the power cord plugs in, and your on off switch there at the back. Sit that in. It's pretty straightforward. Make sure you lock the tabs are in and holding. Okay. Looks good to me. That's sitting in the right spot. Right there. Plugs up there, which you can move there for now, so when you put the power supply you can plug that in properly. Okay. I'm going to set it into the base. Also, another channel I recommend you checking out, especially if you're into computers, games, and all that sort of stuff, is a guy named Maxi Shine. Okay, so that's M-A-X-I-S-H-I-N-E. I just knocked off his name for fun. I was going to make a bit of fun of him with my videos, but decided not to. Had a bit of mercy on him. A good friend of mine. Yeah, check out his videos. He's got, you know, some reviews on some of the latest gadgets and stuff like that. Pretty popular. He's also from Australia like me. Okay, so we're going to get our screws for the cover here. Sorry, for the board. Go into the base. Remembering the bigger one goes back here, where the earth wire and the power switch is. And the other ones just go where the little arrows are pointing. Okay. Preferably sit them in on a couple of threads first before you tighten any of them down, just to make sure everything lines up. I mean, really it should line up on these. Shouldn't be much of an issue because everything is designed just to fit straight in like that. You shouldn't have anything not, you know, aligned. Also, with the 40 gig, you don't have the two little screws that join the back and front covers, which is what we had on the 60 gig. One more back here. You're probably wondering why there are a few holes that don't have screws. Therefore, the screws that go through the top cover. Okay, that's that there. So don't be too fussed about that. Just make sure you get the screws where the arrows are. Pretty easy, really. No really complicated things for some of the backyard workers, the do-it-yourselfers, whatever you like to call them. Okay, so just tighten up those screws. Again, don't over-tighten them, you don't want to strip the plastic. Well, I don't have to strip the actual screw itself, we will strip the plastic. Okay. Last one, that big screw there. Okay, everything else is pretty much in reverse order as to how you took it apart. Pop the Blu-ray drive on now. Put the ribbon in. So I'm probably blocking the camera view there with my big head. That's alright, I can do that because I'm making the video. I'm a director. I'm a producer. I can do what I want in the video. And you guys have to watch it. Don't have to, but you know what I mean. Okay, so it's plugged in, locked on, it's fine. You can see where the holes are, line it up, and yeah, again the screws for the cover will lock that in place, as you probably already know. Now for the power supply, not forgetting our ribbon, which decided to get on a stick. Get to the power supply first, I think, probably a better idea. Okay, put the power supply on, just make sure you sit it into those holes there. I mean, it can't go in any other way, but just on the safe side. And yeah, try not to get this Y here, or just keep that in between the Blu-ray drive and the power supply.